One of the biggest ways to know for sure that you're in an abusive relationship is if your partner tries to convince you that their abusive behavior is a consequence of your actions. Bullshit. Abusive behavior is never okay. And I feel like there's still a lot of confusion about what's considered abusive and what's not. Because hitting you, obviously, throwing things at you, screaming in your face, like those seem abusive to most people. Although when you're in the middle of it and they're trying to convince you that you deserve that treatment, it's kind of fuzzy about like what's okay and what's not, right? But also, there are a lot of little things surrounding abusive behavior that aren't really classified as abuse in our society. Don't let them fool you. It's still not okay for people to treat you that way. Let me give you some examples. Controlling every move you make, making you feel like an idiot when you're out in public because you said one thing that wasn't even that weird. It was just you being yourself. Spitting in your face. Oof. That one made me so mad. Withholding money from you for necessities. Or, if you make your own money and you're not allowed to spend it because they tell you you're irresponsible with money. Not letting you have friends or have contact with your family. Making you feel insecure about your body or your looks. Or I think one of the biggest things for me that I noticed myself doing, that I can see it now in other people, the abused person almost takes on this personality of like a whipped puppy dog. Like just kind of sitting there trembling, like just big puppy dog eyes, looking at this person who's insanely abusive to them and just wanting to try harder to please them. And not even out of like, oh, I don't want to get in trouble again, but out of like you almost feel like it's your duty to make this person satisfied and happy and keep them from getting upset. It's the most exhausting thing I have ever been through, and I work construction now. Anyway, this was gonna be a short little video. I feel like I'm kind of rambling, but if you have a person like this in your life that is just constantly making you feel insecure and making you, I can't even say miserable, because I didn't know I was miserable until I got happy again. Like, it was so bad that I couldn't see through it. I didn't know. Which just makes me sick every time I think about it. But the fact that there are also probably others of you who don't understand the kind of hell that you're actually living through right now, God, it just makes me hurt for you. Anyway, I know it's a hard decision to make, but for yourself, for your physical, mental, emotional health, don't waste your life with people like that. It is not worth it. I don't care what you think that you get from them or how much that person needs you because they're so wounded. There's nothing you can do. There's no amount of trying that's gonna make this situation better for either one of you. They're just gonna keep feeding off of you and gaining strength while they keep breaking you down. Surviving is no way to live. Being okay with your life, trying to make it work, all of that's bullshit. I'm not saying like you should be spoiled and rich and just oblivious to any bad things. There's gonna be bad things in your life, but just make sure you live a life that is yours. A life you want to live. A life that makes you happy.